I invited my coworkers over for a party at my place. We drank and laughed all night, but the next morning they all screamed the moment they saw me and ran out of my house in terror. I stood frozen. At first, I thought they were just joking, but when I went to find them later, every single one of them avoided me, their eyes full of fear. What shocked me even more was that my boyfriend of 10 years suddenly broke up with me, even dropped to his knees, banging his head on the floor, begging me to let him go. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. No matter how I tried to calm him, he just kept pleading for mercy, asking me to spare him. I was completely confused and demanded to know why, but he refused to say a word. Heartbroken, I packed my bags and went back home, thinking at least my parents could comfort me, but I didn't expect the nightmare had only just begun. The cat I had raised for 10 years was found mutilated overnight, and after my mother's passing, my father hanged himself. The next morning, at that moment I broke completely, grabbed a rope and ended my life, but the next second I opened my eyes again, back to the moment my boyfriend was kneeling before me, begging for forgiveness. I stared at him blankly, feeling an icy chill spread through my chest. I asked why he wanted to break up. He didn't speak, just transferred all the wedding money and his savings into my account, saying it was all mine now. The more I listened, the angrier I got. I kicked him hard, but he screamed in fear and bolted out of the house. I stood there in confusion, my heart going cold. Had I really turned into something terrifying? I ran to the mirror, but nothing had changed. I looked completely normal. Could I have scared him in my sleep? But I'd never once sleepwalked in my life to find out the truth. I decided to confront him face to face. I went to his gym, only to be told he had quit his job and flown overseas. He had given up everything just to get away from me. I was stunned, but still desperate for answers, I decided to invite my coworkers over again. We drank and laughed. I made sure they stayed the night. The next morning, they all said goodbye cheerfully, acting completely normal. I was confused. Maybe the timing had changed. This time, at work, everyone greeted me warmly. I even started to think, maybe I had imagined everything. Days passed peacefully. The nightmare never returned. I finally thought it was over, so I went back to my hometown, wanting to talk to my parents. That night, I cried to my mother, telling her everything. She cursed my ex and said she'd introduce me to a nice man next door. We talked until late at night, and for the first time, I slept soundly. When I woke up, the house was empty. My parents were gone. Even my little black cat had vanished. I called my father. He said Mom had died again of heart failure. My hand trembled. The phone almost slipped. Then I heard a neighbor shouting downstairs, saying my cat had died horribly. I ran down and froze at the sight of the familiar black body shaking. I asked my father, what happened last night? He stayed silent, refusing to say a word. I pressed him again, asked if I had done something, but he still wouldn't answer. Despair flooded over me. I returned to my room ready to end it again. But just as I lost consciousness, I suddenly woke up in bed once more.